Shepard. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Rides to the back. Taken down.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8.
Ready. Ready, go.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. He won't get there. The defense on the 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end. Great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Arts to throw. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts.
Ready, go.
Play action. Here's Manning. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's hit again. Like, They've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Straight ahead, it's White. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. And let's just get him into a run.
Second down, gonna throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ezukama. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Back to pass on second down. Under pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hits inside. It's Simon. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Got to make the play on fourth. He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Shepard. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To throw, Manning. Between the hashes, it's Winston. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Manning from the gun on third down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep his drive alive.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize fourth down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by fourth down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. And it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him.
He's got it right on the field. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Time winding down in the quarters. They come to the line. Here's Manning to throw. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Offense cashing it in on that drive. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an ineligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And they did tack on the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's White. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Another incompletion on third down.
And I think think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Oh, pressure's coming. He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Arch madness. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Long way to go on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Wingo. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Makes a catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Looking for room. It's White. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. And when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Push is ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. And they get him down short of the first down marker.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week. When you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Caught behind the line. It's Wingo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Manning from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Manning rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking for a man. It's Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
And here they come to give it another shot on third and goal from the 3. Manning from the gun on third down. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now on the move. He's got the first down. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, TCU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Sends it back in motion. Throwing Manning. Caught in the backfield. It's Shepard. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Buying time to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's changing the play. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Out wide right, it's Wingo. At the 45 on his way. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Manning with a play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Second and long here. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Got his man on the outside. On the move at the 30. He's loose. Touchdown, Texas!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man. You want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. set of downs going up top. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
Now from inside the red zone. Right side, it's small. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Finds his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try to draw even here before the half. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 17, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's LSU keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. As we check in on these top 25 matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football is.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out and get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
Designed run for the quarterback. There he goes. He's got enough. Smashes through the tackle. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise
I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense. Getting in the lanes, doing a really good job. Understand they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here's Arch to throw. He wants to go deep. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going with the counter play here. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 3rd down from the gun. Manning spits it out to the back. Snags it over the middle. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll be run out of bounds. And these guys are piling up some serious yardage to him.
And man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Rifles it down the middle. Into the house. Coming down, Texas.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run and go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's small. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires into traffic, picked off. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40. Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. And what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the back in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the stop. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Right side, it's Wingo. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Looking for the marker. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's White. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Defense has to be ready.
And this wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back has it. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 50. The 30. At the 20. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's White. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Tight end finds a soft spot. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're after.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
And he got it! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Shepard. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. 4th down, Manning. Still looking to his right. Turning it on! He slides past the first down marker and picks it up on 4th.
I think this team knew coming in today they needed to be able to
first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And the running running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Right back to the well. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A handoff, keep working on that clock. Bring him down.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Looking for room. It's Shepard. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. After run, now throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll use a timeout here. 2:06 remaining on the clock. Of course, it stops again at the 2-minute mark.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Turns out it's Shepard. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Send the tight end in motion. Run inside. It's Shepard. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down. That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense really well. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. they'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is small. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
And the Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw again. Out wide right, it's White. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Snags it. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to throw. Right side, it's White. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Here's the give off the left side. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. As we check in with Holly.
Well, guys, these turnovers continue to dictate what's happening in this ballgame. The quarterback has been under duress, and he is starting to show this wear and tear. The defense is feeding off of this, though. They see he's banged up, and they are going to keep